Hello there, and welcome to the Mindset Alchemy podcast. I'm your host, Janine Kathleen, and here we share ideas on how our thoughts trigger emotions, create feelings, and allow our words to bring magic or mayhem into our life. And I am so I'm so intrigued this week at what came forward. I was on the way to work with my husband, and we were passing through this beautiful sunny part of the road with two, I don't know if they're llamas or what they are on the side, but they're cute, they're fluffy, and they're very sweet. And I was watching them play, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the thought came to me that when we say to people, "you always," and it's not normally something very good, we are actually imprinting onto their brain and carrying on that circle. We are carrying that cycle forward, and we are allowing them to stay stuck in a paradigm that we're helping them to create. We do the same to ourselves when we say, "Oh, I always mess up," or "I always get it wrong," or "I always can't do this." So anyway, right now we uncreate and destroy the lot, and we start looking at, well, what can we do? How could we say that differently to the person? And I shared with him this revelation that I'd had, that he'd said to me, "I always do something." And I thought to myself, that is so interesting. And I said to him, how can we rephrase that? That instead of saying "you always do that," how can we rather say, "well, Janine, let's look at this. This is what is keeping you in this loop. This is what's keeping you. This is the potential of what is keeping you in the loop. What can we do to create more through it, and how can we shift it?" And we both realized where we had been keeping each other in a loop for the last few weeks, and we were not going to carry on doing this loopity loop anymore. And so we decided, well, we choose to empower each other and we choose to create. Let me go back to the original point. Where are you either saying to yourself that "you always," or you saying to somebody else, especially a child, "I always," "you always"? And what comes after that? Is it something that builds up, or is it something that tears down? Is it your perception of that person? Is it your desire to keep that person in that box so that you aren't uncomfortable with the new identity that they have? Is it your desire to keep yourself in a box so that you don't get uncomfortable with where you're going, who you're becoming, and what it is you are choosing to create in your life? Because people, we create. Whether we create magic or we create mayhem begins in our thoughts, begins in our understanding, and begins with the words that we use. Because words come from feelings, they come from perceptions, and they come from conditioning. And it's when we can release this conditioning that we are then empowered to walk forward and work towards our greater success. I love Murphy's words, health, wealth, success. I have seen myself turn loops around. I have seen others that I've offered it to turn their lives around just through 3 words. Because when you have a focus, so is your focus of health, wealth, and success, or is your focus of "I can't do it, I don't know how to do it, oh, woe is me"? It is our focus that determines whether we are going to move forward and create that magic, or whether we're going to stay in the mayhem and the comfort zone of discomfort. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Please reach out to me at my website, JanineKathleen.com. You can email me from there, or you can find me on social media and come and share with me where you are keeping yourself stuck with "I am always," or what are you saying that is creating? So you always do the loop of staying stuck in lack thinking. You always go back to the feelings of less and of lack. What if you don't always do that? What if you start saying, "oh, wow, look at that identity I created for myself," one of being unsuccessful and one of not having. Let me create a new identity and see what I can do to step forward into it. an identity of success, an identity of wellness, an identity of wealth. Remembering also that wealth may not just be financial, it can be in relationships, it can be in thoughts, it can be in feelings. Wealth encompasses so much. So, where are we choosing to imprint a cycle of wealth in our life and rather displace or replace one where we have fear, where we have lack? Something that has really helped me is I look at the little inner wounded Janine and I say, come along, little Janine, we're going to go and have some fun here, creating new ways of being and letting the woundings allow the light in, allow new beginnings in, and we move forward. So we're not denying who we were or where we were. We're choosing to step into healing and wholeness through understanding, because that's what healing is. And I know I do healing every day in the way that I wake up, I do my gratitudes, I see what my day is like, and I send love and light to whatever I'm going to be doing. And this empowers much more ease. So when I have hiccups and bumps, I go, okay, what is this showing me? Where has I always got in the way of what I'm choosing? Where am I choosing to go back to a prior identity that keeps me stuck, rather than bringing it into the present? And people, that is the most important thing. Be present in the present. And next week, I'm going to discuss with you about that. Well, maybe not next week, but sometime we're going to discuss that beautiful word, present, and being present, because there's a be in it and there's a scent in it. So let us remain curious and come along and listen to the next podcast. Have a grand, glorious day. Stay present. Stay with the feeling of what you would like to choose, of what you are choosing. So if it's a feeling of success, if it's a feeling of happiness, a feeling of understanding, that is a choice. So you let go that pit in the bottom of your stomach, you let go the tension in your shoulders, and you just release it out and say, yes, I choose success. I choose wealth. I choose happiness. Health, wealth, and success. They are my choice, and that is where I'm moving to. Whatever woundings come along, and we will help you come into completeness as we move along towards what our focus is, what our goal is, and what the magic is that we are creating. This is alchemy, where we transmute what we have into what it is we are looking for. What this also does is it helps us build confidence and trust within ourselves as we remain in the present, in the feeling, with the thoughts of what it is we would love to create, rather than what we dislike having. Have a beautiful, amazing, and fantastic day. And if you enjoyed this, please pop over to iTunes and add a 5-star rating for me, and share it with your friends. Have a grand day. Bye-bye.